Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, May 13th, indicate that Jason Morgan will be offered an enticing trade, while Emma Scorpio Drake charges Jocelyn Jacks. Carly Spencer will also alert Lulu Spencer, so there will be a lot of activity in Port Charles. First, Emma will be furious after learning that Jocelyn swooped in and took the research assistant position away from her. Emma will soon vent her frustrations to Anna Devane, accusing Jocelyn of sabotaging her. Although Emma suspects Jocelyn stole her work, Anna warns her that she cannot make such an accusation without proof. Emma may swear to obtain evidence, which could hinder Jocelyn's WSB objective soon. Nonetheless, Jocelyn will make a pledge on Tuesday's GH episode, so she might reassure Vaughn or perhaps Jack Brennan that Emma will not be an issue. Jocelyn will undoubtedly go to whatever length to complete the task at hand. Meanwhile, Jordan Ashford will pressure Curtis Ashford to confide in someone else now that he has revealed that he believes Portia Robinson is lying to him. Because secrets are what destroyed Curtis and Jordan's marriage, she will not be pleased to hear complaints about his new wife. Nonetheless, Curtis will get Jordan to listen and will express concern about the secrets Portia is concealing concerning Drew Kane. Trina Robinson will be astonished to find that Portia wants Curtis to reconcile with Drew. Portia will try to make justifications for her stance without raising too many suspicions, and she will finally question Trina about Kai Taylor. Trina may be concerned if Kai's recovery is not moving as quickly as they had hoped after his operation. Kai has been making optimistic predictions, but he appears to be more anxious than Trina wants to believe. Tracy Quartermaine plans to continue her conversation with Jason at Metro Court, because she wants him to find her great-grandson. Jason will be offered an enticing transaction since Tracy is willing to do something that will benefit Sonny Corinthos in exchange. Sonny will try to persuade Laura Collins that sometimes it's worth making a deal with the devil. Of fact, Jen Sidwell is the devil Sonny is talking to now, as he wants to purchase Sonny's peers. According to General Hospital spoilers, Lulu will tell Carly that she believes Giovanni Giopalmieri is Brooklyn Quartermaine and Dante Falconeri's son. Although Lulu believes she needs to share this knowledge, Carly believes she is making a big mistake and will try to shut her down. Lulu may opt to inform Dante on this surprising news in future episodes, so keep tuned. Jason vs. Sonny, Dalton's big decision and Curtis suspicious. Don't miss the next General Hospital, where drama, action and conflicts take center stage. General Hospital teasers indicate that a preview clip has been released for Monday, May 12, 2025. It shows Maxie Jones turning to face Anna Devane. Jason Morgan and Sonny Corinthos disagree about Jen Sidwell's proposition. Plus, is Jocelyn Jacks ready to succeed in her quest, or will she be caught? Continue reading to learn more about what will happen in today's episode of ABC soap drama, Emma Scorpio Drake's loss. Let's begin with Emma Scorpio Drake, who will submit her task. However, Emma is unaware that the thumb drive has been infected. Emma will presume she will receive all of Professor Henry Hank Dalton's compliments. However, Emma will quickly recognize that all of the material has been tainted. Jocelyn Jacks' thievery. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Jacks may get all of the praise. In a preview clip, Hank has one condition for Joss before hiring her as a research assistant. Maybe Hank knows that Joss stole Emma's work? Jocelyn will feel bad for stealing Emma's work. However, she is on a mission for the WSB, so she must put her emotions aside. Tracy Quartermaine's mission. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, May 12 state that Tracy Quartermaine will have a task for Jason. The right-hand man will argue with Sonny about Sidwell's proposition. Later, Jason and Tracy discuss the matter. Monday, May 12, 2025. Fans will also watch Maxie seek counsel from Anna. This has to do with Brooklyn Quartermaine's ultimatum to Maxie about Lulu Spencer. BLQ just handed Maxie a choice. Her or Lulu. Over with Portia Robinson. She will make Curtis Ashford suspicious. The doctor informs Curtis that she has to defend Drew Kane. Will Portia explain why? Or will she come up with a cover story? Laura Collins meets with Jordan Ashford. However, Jordan will receive a warning that tragedy is on its way. Plus, will Lulu discover that BLQ revealed her adoption secret to Tracy? In any case, Lulu is on the prowl and will not rest until she discovers the truth regarding Brooke Lynn and Dante Falconeri's child. So stay tuned. The drama in Port Charles never stops, and Tuesday, May 13th is no different. With explosive confrontations, hazardous decisions, and emotional confessions, the residents of this small but volatile village become enmeshed in yet another web of secrets, betrayals, and high-stakes maneuvering. Jason Morgan, Emma Drake, Jocelyn Jacks, Carly Corinthos, and Lulu Spencer are at the center of it all, and their lives will connect in ways that might change everything. Jason Morgan, the ever-enigmatic and morally complicated person, is confronted with a seductive opportunity that could change his course. Jason, known for his steadfast allegiance and deadly connections, has faced difficult decisions before. However, this latest offer may strain him to the edge. The specifics of the exchange remain unknown, but one thing is certain. It will compel Jason to weigh his principles against potential profit. Will he stick to his ethics, or will the seduction of this transaction be too much to resist? Given Jason's experience, each decision he makes will have far-reaching effects, not just for him but also for those closest to him. Meanwhile, Emma Drake and Jocelyn Jacks' relationship deteriorates after Emma makes a stunning accusation. The two young women have had their share of fights, but this last one is more personal and devastating than any before. Emma, who is normally calm and sensitive, seemed to believe Jocelyn has gone too far. Emma will not back down, whether it is a matter of betrayal, dishonesty, or something more darker. Jocelyn, never one to back down from a confrontation, responds with her own defenses, resulting in a passionate argument that leaves passers-by startled. Everyone is wondering what Emma is accusing Jocelyn of, and whether it is true. Given Jocelyn's previous troubles and rebellious attitude, it's plausible that she's involved in something risky. But is she actually guilty, as Emma claims? As if there wasn't enough drama, Carly Corinthos is on high alert, and her instincts warn her that danger is approaching. Carly, who has always been her family's defender, believes something is wrong and seeks assistance from Lulu Spencer. The two women have had their disagreements over the years, but when it comes to the protection of their loved ones, they've shown they can set aside their differences. Carly's warning is urgent, and Lulu is left to figure out what has her so worried. Is there a new threat in Port Charles? Or is it related to an established enemy? Given Carly's background with powerful foes, her warning should be taken seriously. Lulu, still dealing with her own issues, must determine how seriously to take Carly's concerns, and if acting on them will result in answers or more upheaval. Beyond these main plot lines, the repercussions of these interactions will definitely affect additional people. Sonny Corinthos, ever the strategist, may find himself drawn into Jason's predicament, offering advice or interference, depending on his perspective. Michael Quartermain, torn between family loyalty and personal principles, may likewise be compelled to choose a side. Then there's the ever-vigilant Ava Jerome, who never misses an opportunity to exploit weakness. Will she take advantage of the current turmoil? The youth of Port Charles, notably Cameron Weber and Trina Robinson, may also be drawn into Emma and Jocelyn's dispute, taking sides in a battle that could sever friendships. Meanwhile, the grown-ups are left to deal with the consequences, debating whether they should intervene or let the younger generation solve their own difficulties. As the day progresses, secrets will be revealed, alliances strained, and loyalties questioned. Jason's decision could change his future, Emma's charge could break a friendship, and Carly's warning could be the difference between safety and disaster. In a place where trust is in short supply, Tuesday, May 13th, promises to be a day no one in Port Charles will forget. The stakes are higher than ever, and every decision counts. Will Jason accept the deal? Is Jocelyn guilty of what Emma claims? And what precisely is Carly worried about? The answers to these questions will shape Port Charles's future, and not everyone will come out unscathed. The ongoing drama on General Hospital continues to attract viewers with its rich plotlines, complex character dynamics, and high-stakes emotional dilemmas. Among the most interesting threads now emerging are Jason Morgan and Sonny Corinthos' brewing clash, Dalton's life-altering decision, and Curtis Ashford's mounting suspicions. Each of these plotlines bears considerable weight, promising explosive encounters, heartbreaking decisions, and perhaps life-changing revelations. Jason Morgan and Sonny Corinthos have had one of the most enduring and difficult friendships in Port Charles. Their friendship, formed over years of loyalty, business collaborations, and mutual respect, has withstood numerous storms. However, recent events have tested their relationship to the breaking point. Jason, recognized for his unshakable moral code, at least within the bounds of his own ideas, has always supported Sunny, even when their tactics or conclusions differed. However, with Sunny's increasingly erratic conduct and unpredictable judgments, Jason finds himself at a crossroads. The tension between them has been simmering for months, with Jason becoming increasingly concerned about Sunny's mental state and the potential consequences for their organization. Sunny, on the other hand, has always relied on Jason's unwavering presence, trusting him implicitly even when others questioned his judgment. However, as Sunny fights with his inner demons, whether caused by unresolved trauma, external demands, or the ongoing threats to his empire, he has become increasingly erratic, alienating those closest to him. The breaking point could occur when Jason is forced to choose between his allegiance to Sunny and what he believes is best for the people they both care about. If Jason decides to openly dispute Sunny's authority or question his judgments, it may result in an explosive clash from which neither man will emerge undamaged. The consequences of such a clash would reverberate throughout Port Charles, affecting not just their illicit operations, but also their families and associates. Meanwhile, Dalton's significant decision is looming as a turning point in his plot. Dalton, a man who has frequently operated in the shadows, now faces a decision that could alter his future. It is unclear if this decision includes his commitment to a specific faction, a moral quandary, or a personal sacrifice, but its significance is evident. Dalton has always made strategic moves, expertly navigating the hazardous seas of Port Charles's underground. However, the stakes have never been higher, and his decision might have far-reaching ramifications for his relationships, safety, and community reputation. For Dalton, the decision may be between self-preservation and protecting someone he cares about. Perhaps he is divided between siding with a powerful character like Sunny or Jason, or he is thinking about abandoning the criminal underworld entirely. Whatever the case, his decision will have far-reaching consequences. If he chooses to support one faction over another, he risks making terrible enemies. If he tries to walk away, he may discover that the life he's lived does not allow for clean breaks. The tension surrounding Dalton's decision is obvious, leaving viewers to wonder if he will emerge as a hero, a sad person, or somewhere in between. Curtis Ashford's developing suspicions heighten the intrigue. Curtis, a man recognized for his keen instincts and investigative abilities, has always had a penchant for discovering the truth, even when others would rather keep it buried. Recently, he's started putting together signs that imply something, or someone, isn't what it appears. Whether his suspicions are based on a personal betrayal, a criminal conspiracy, or a long-buried secret, Curtis is not the sort to give up. His desire to discover the truth about what he's feeling could lead him astray. Curtis' suspicions may concern someone close to him, such as his wife, Portia, or a trusted ally. If he discovers deception in his inner group, the emotional consequences might be disastrous. Curtis is a man who values honesty and loyalty above all else, and any betrayal would hurt deeply. On the other side, if his suspicions lead him to unearth a larger threat, such as a clandestine enemy orchestrating events in Port Charles, he may find himself in deep trouble. Curtis is resourceful, but as he delves further, he risks becoming a target himself. The combination of these three storylines, Jason versus Sunny, Dalton's decision, and Curtis' suspicions, forms a web of suspense that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Each subplot has its own emotional weight, but when combined, they make a bigger story about trust, loyalty, and the consequences of making decisions under pressure. Jason and Sunny's disagreement is more than just a power fight. It's a war for the essence of their relationship. If they can't find common ground, the result might devastate not only their relationship, but also the fragile alliances that keep Port Charles's underworld under control. Dalton's decision, whatever it is, serves as a reminder that in this world, every option comes with a cost. Curtis' suspicions also illustrate the recurring theme that secrets in Port Charles never stay buried for long. As the storylines go, fans can expect startling twists, intense confrontations, and game-changing revelations. It remains to be seen whether Jason and Sunny can reconcile. Dalton's decision leads to redemption or devastation, and Curtis' quest of the truth results in justice or tragedy. One thing is certain: The drama at General Hospital never ends, and the next chapter promises to be spectacular. The conflict between Jason and Sunny is especially gripping since it is not just about business. It is personal. These two men have gone through everything together, including mob battles and family tragedies. They've saved each other's lives more than they can remember. Drew's Michael lie causes Willow to lose her children. General Hospital spoilers foreshadow some shocking developments in Port Charles. The ABC soap recently released its preview trailer for the week of May 12th to 16th, and fans should brace themselves for some explosions. Rewinding a bit, the Friday, May 2nd show included some intriguing drama. Willow Corinthos and Sasha Corbin got into another furious argument. Willow said during the ladies' spat that she went to a burn healing clinic in Germany to see Michael Corinthos, but her estranged husband blocked her visit. Later in the program, Sasha crossed paths with Jason Morgan, the same person who urged Willow to meet Michael at the Baden-Baden facility, and then shocked him with the news that Michael had rejected her down. There's a strong chance Jason will get to the bottom of things by calling Michael or paying him a brief visit in Germany to ask him why he chose to turn away the mother of his children. However, fans know that Michael did not do that. Rather, Drew Kane paid off a clinic facilitator to inform Willow that Michael did not want to see her. When Jason discovers the truth, may this lead to Jason and Michael agreeing that Willow's parental rights should be terminated, especially given the nurse's decision to stay by Drew's side following his ketamine scandal? Both men may be concerned about Wiley and Amelia Corinthos' safety at this time. Fast forward to current week, when Willow will eventually be served with legal documents. It appears that she is at work, therefore may she be served with documents in which Michael officially takes Wiley and Amelia away from her? The children could be visiting Monica Quartermain while Willow is working, adding to the nurse's shock and terror. Both Michael and Jason may have had enough of Willow's shenanigans. Jason has done his best to bring some normalcy into Willow's life. First, he assisted her in reaching a strong deal with the Quartermains, which allowed Willow and the kids to stay in their home on the Q's land. The sole caveat was that she could not spend time with Drew in the house she formerly shared with Michael because Drew was barred from the Quartermain estate, a stipulation that was broken few days after the arrangement. Then, despite everyone's advice to avoid moving in with the cutthroat congressman, Willow did the opposite and moved her and her children in with Drew and Scout Quartermain, a move that was not only too soon for Wiley and Amelia, but also for poor Scout. Willow and Drew appear to prioritize their own demands over the well-being of the children. Once Jason learns the truth from Michael, they may not understand Drew was behind it, and instead believe Willow is completely out of control and is lying to make her husband appear terrible. This could prompt both men to act quickly, requesting Diane Miller to submit a petition, and returning the children to the Quartermain mansion or Carly Spencer's custody. However, Jason may probe more and discover the facilitator who was paid off by Drew. This may also push Michael and Jason to act quickly and get the kids out of Drew's house as soon as possible. It will be incredibly unsettling to learn how far Drew went to restrict Willow from talking to Michael. According to General Hospital spoilers, Willow's world is going to be turned upside down by this court decision, so viewers will have to tune in to see what sort of turmoil the mother will face in the coming days. Despite the fact that life gets busy, many of us have dreams of doing something else. Maybe it's taking that once-in-a-lifetime trip, starting something new, or even climbing into an airplane cockpit and learning to fly. No, this is not for you. Daniel Goddard of General Hospital has been wanting to do this for a long time, and the opportunity has now arrived. The ABC soap star released a video on Instagram of himself piloting a small plane and expressed gratitude to his wife for making his ambition of learning to fly a reality. "I love you, Rachel." Fans thought it was awesome of Goddard's wife to make his wish come true, with one in particular, Michelle, saying, "That's fantastic. You have a great wife. My husband thinks it's a great feeling, but I'll pass. But it looks great on you." And based on the actor's expression as he smiled for the camera, we can guess this isn't the last time he takes flight. Those who follow Goddard are aware that he enjoys connecting with followers via video messages, and in case you missed it, his son Sebastian recently impersonated his father and produced an amusing video. So, I was going to post a video today and check in with you to see if you had a good day, and if you managed to tune in to see Professor Dalton's first episode on General Hospital, Goddard said. He then continued, "The moment I told Sebastian that I was going to do this, He recorded a parody video of how my videos come across. Look it up. General Hospital spoilers hint that Willow Corinthos is going to face a shocking revelation, and we can't think it has anything to do with anyone other than Drew Kane. Is she on the verge of discovering that her admirer has banned her visit to her husband Michael Corinthos in Germany? Willow told Sasha Gilmore Corbin on May 9 that Michael refused to see her in the hospital while he was recovering from severe burns. In turn, Sasha informed Jason Morgan. Willow receives heartbreaking news between May 12 and 16. And here's what you need to know to stay informed. Willow has bad news. Jason was stunned Willow was turned down, and he appeared skeptical that Michael would do such a thing. Jason recommended the visit, but he would not have done so solely to set her up for failure. Jason knows Michael is aware that Sasha is pregnant with his child, thus it makes no sense for him to refuse a visit to the other mother of his children. We anticipate that Jason will now explore the problem and get to the bottom of things. Will Jason find out that Michael was never notified Willow wanted to meet him? Jason smells a cover-up. If dishonest Drew bribed a clinic employee, Stone Cold will find out. All Jason needs to do is offer more money to entice the offender to sing like a bird. If Drew was complicit in a cover-up, the truth will be revealed, surprising Willow once more. If things continue as they appear, Michael might phone Willow and assure her that he did not deny her access. Willow traveled to Germany to talk about their children, and Michael values family. Will Drew be outed? Spoiler alert. Willow's heart gets crushed on May 14, and only Drew is capable of doing so. Tell us, GH fans, do you believe Drew committed a mistake that will haunt him? Drew's Michael lie causes Willow to lose her children. Drew's lie to Michael weaves an elaborate web of deceit and betrayal, with far-reaching ramifications, particularly for Willow, who loses custody of her children. Willow's emotional grief is tremendous, as she confronts the reality of being separated from the people she cares about the most. Drew's decision to alter the facts, whether for self-preservation, misplaced loyalty, or recklessness, sets off a chain of circumstances that renders Willow vulnerable and powerless. The falsehood, once uncovered, not only shatters trust amongst the people involved, but it also casts Willow in a negative light, making it nearly impossible for her to reclaim custody without a painful legal and emotional battle. At the heart of this tragedy is the question of morality. How far one is willing to go to defend their own interests, even if it means harming others. Drew's actions demonstrate a deep-seated selfishness, as he prioritizes his personal demands over the well-being of Willow and her children. The deception, which may have begun as a temporary solution to a quarrel, grows out of control, wreaking havoc. When Michael discovers the deceit, he reacts with natural rage, feeling betrayed by someone he trusted. His rage, however, is diverted onto Willow, who becomes the unintentional victim of Drew's schemes. Willow's difficulty is exacerbated by the fact that she was unaware of Drew's deception, making her punishment all the more unjust. The legal system, which is often cold and brutal, fails to account for the complexities of personal relationships, leaving Willow to suffer the brunt of the consequences. Her children, caught in the midst of this chaos, are denied their mother's love and direction, exacerbating the tragedy. Willow suffers an incredible emotional toll. She is forced to confront not just the loss of her children, but also the erosion of confidence in those closest to her. The fallout from Drew's deception causes Willow to reconsider her relationships and her own judgment. How could someone she trusted so much betray her in such a basic way? The pain of losing her children is worsened by the realization that it could have been prevented if Drew had chosen honesty over lies. Willow's battle to retrieve her children becomes a test of perseverance, as she must negotiate a judicial system that frequently favors the existing quo, while also proving her worth as a mother despite the false narrative that has been manufactured against her. Meanwhile, Drew is left to deal with the consequences of his actions, albeit whether he feels genuine sorrow is unclear. His deception, which began as a seemingly minor act of self-preservation, has now affected the lives of many individuals, causing scars that may never fully heal. The harm to his friendship with Michael is likely irreversible, and his reputation in their social circle is forever ruined. The gravity of his deception serves as a warning tale. Lies, no matter how well-intended they appear in the moment, have the capacity to destroy lives. Willow's path to atonement is long and riddled with challenges. She must not only prove her innocence, but also her strength and dedication to her children in the face of immense circumstances. The emotional pressure of the circumstance wears her down, putting her mental and emotional strength to the test. Despite this, her love for her children remains unwavering, motivating her fight to reunite with them. Finally, the story of Drew's lie and its tragic impact on Willow serves as a stark warning of the fragility of trust and the far-reaching implications of deception. Relationships are built on honesty, and when that foundation is undermined, the consequences may be disastrous. Willow's death is more than simply a personal tragedy. It is a cautionary tale about the risks of manipulation and the value of honesty in all facets of life. The drama in Port Charles never stops, and the recent developments involving Drew Cain, Willow Tate, and Michael Corinthos are no exception. According to recent teasers, Drew may have taken an extreme step by preventing Willow's attempt to visit Michael, triggering a chain reaction that could eventually backfire on him spectacularly. The tension between these characters has been growing for some time, and if these reports are true, an explosive encounter could be on the horizon. Drew Cain has always been a complex guy, combining his moral compass with his strong protective instincts. However, his recent activities have caused concerns, particularly his involvement in Michael and Willow's lives. Willow, who has been experiencing intense emotional turmoil, has leaned greatly on Michael for comfort. Their partnership, however tested, remains a source of stability for both of them. So when Drew reportedly interferes with Willow's attempt to meet Michael, fans are left questioning how such a gesture could possibly be justified. One argument holds that Drew believes he is acting in Willow's best interests. Perhaps he believes that separating her from Michael would protect her from future sorrow, especially if there are unresolved problems or secrets lying beneath the surface. Drew has always been protective of those he loves about, although his methods can be questionable. If he has truly prevented Willow from meeting Michael without a solid reason, this may be interpreted as overstepping limits, resulting in dire consequences. Another perspective to explore is whether Drew is concealing something. Port Charles has a history of unexpected revelations, and Drew may be purposefully stopping Willow and Michael from interacting, because he is afraid of what would come out if they reconcile. Could there be a shocking secret that Drew is desperate to keep hidden? If that's the case, his attempts to regulate the situation may simply exacerbate its vulnerability. After all, mysteries in Port Charles rarely remain hidden for long. Willow, for her part, is not one to give up quickly. Despite her soft nature, she has demonstrated incredible courage in the face of tragedy. If she realizes Drew has been manipulating her access to Michael, she may demand answers, and she will not accept half-truths. Willow is fiercely loyal to Michael, and any perceived threat to their relationship will almost certainly prompt her to take a position. If Drew's interference is revealed, he may face not only Willow's anger but also Michael's fury. Michael Corinthos has never tolerated outside meddling in his personal life, especially with Willow. If he discovers that Drew has been preventing her from visiting him, he will definitely demand an explanation, and may retaliate. Michael's connections and influence in Port Charles make him a strong opponent, and Drew may soon regret his actions. Drew may find himself on the wrong side of a very strong opponent, as the Corinthos family is infamous for holding grudges for extended periods of time. This circumstance may have far-reaching consequences beyond personal issues. If Drew's actions are discovered, his professional reputation may suffer. As a pivotal figure in multiple high-risk companies, any controversy might have far-reaching ramifications. Business partners and allies may start to distrust his judgment, resulting in professional failures. In a place like Port Charles, where personal and professional lives are inextricably linked, one error can set off a chain reaction of chaos. Meanwhile, other Port Charles players may take advantage of the unrest. Nina Reeves, for example, has never shied away from stirring the pot, particularly when it comes to Michael and Willow. If she learns of Drew's meddling, she may take advantage of it, further complicating the situation. Similarly, Carly Corinthos, who has a checkered history with Drew, could take sides in the battle, adding gasoline to the flames. Willow has suffered a significant emotional toll. After everything she's been through, health problems, familial betrayals, and personal losses, being separated from Michael may feel like the ultimate straw. Drew's actions may push Kate to the breaking point, causing her to make decisions that irrevocably alter the direction of their relationships.